Ladies and gentlemen, back for a special edition of the Racing Addicts Podcast with our amazing friends, the Here for Speed guys. How you guys doing?
What's up?
Yo, yo. So
we definitely didn't spend all day yesterday.
You totally rehearsed that. That was great. I love it.
Yep, it was planned. Totally.
So unfortunately, you guys have a great crew there. I see there's 3 of you, right? We got DJ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, unfortunately, all my guys bailed. I mean, Mitch bailed on me, and then David went to Florida. Apparently, there's some big attraction down in Orlando that he and his family are going to. What a bum. So
that's nice.
It's nice that he comes down here and then doesn't see us.
I know. What an absolute tool. It's like he doesn't love you. He doesn't love me. Clearly, he's a bad friend to all of us. We probably just need to kick him out of the group chat. Wait, whoa.
This is Wawa's?
Oh man,
hold on. We just had a.
Look what we found. Oh, hey, Alex.
Hey, I know you.
Mark.
I know that guy.
So the good news is I traded in our podcast for a better one.
Hey, look at that. The first mark on the timestamp. I like it.
Glad to see some things never change in Florida or Pennsylvania.
Never consistency. Well, this is not the A to B Media Studios. So where am I?
You should have brought a sticker.
What are we calling it?
This is the Here for the Speed Studios.
Here for the Speed Studios.
Yeah, Pool Table Studios.
Pool Table, yeah.
I actually like that. That's a good name. You guys should stick with
the
that.
Billiard Studio.
Billiard. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's soft. It's
soft. You get stressed out.
Velvet.
Your driver wrecks out. Just rub the table.
Joey Logano wins the championship. Whatever, yeah.
Jake was laying on it with his
awkward if I'm doing it. If I'm rubbing the bottom of the table. Does it look weird if I rub the bottom of the table?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, check.
Oh my gosh!
Actually, it looks permanently weird. Yeah.
You let this guy on here.
Looks a little premature
without laughing.
So we are here. We're going to make this the home of the bias this week. Alex, how you doing, buddy? I'm down here in Florida, and I am what you like to call warm.
Well, I brought it up to you guys earlier. I am in the magic room that is always 85 degrees, and I'd like to let you know that it's 31 outside the window. It's 85 inside the window. Furnace is set to 67. Not sure how this room's 85, but the room is still 85.
You could turn the heat off in your house and just leave that door open.
Honestly, seriously,
put a fan right there, let it blow some of that heat out.
Duncannon.
You just open the window.
It's 28 degrees in Duncannon right now.
It is, and it's 85 where I'm sitting right now. Honestly, I should open up the windows. I could probably heat the whole town with whatever magic is happening in this room. It's ridiculous. So
ground zero for global warming.
54. Yeah, he's got a bunch of cows farting in there, ruining the ozone.
Well, normally when you and Mitch are here, that's what it is. But
cut it down. Now it's just him there. So,
all right. So we're going to cover a little bit of everything. The whole season, a little bit of the off-season news. I said I'd host, but I really don't know what the heck we're going to talk about. Our highlights of the season. Do we have any? Joey Logano.
Yeah. Jake, how you feel about that?
No. That's a low point.
Yeah. Oh, that's a low.
That's
of the decade.
Jake and I are in agreement on this one. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Special visitor for Alex.
Yeah.
I leave, and all of a sudden he gets a bunch of other runs.
I have a kid, so
high points of the season. Man, there was a lot of really close races.
Brad Keselowski won a race.
Finally. In a fire scheme too.
I
love that.
Here for the Speed podcast, but however, on this side of the table, it is the Brad Keselowski podcast group.
Yeah.
What's
up, losers?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
How many championships does Ross have?
One win.
How many championships does Ross have?
Zero.
Yeah.
Exactly 0.
Yeah. But Brad
has one, but he can't remember because he got hammered. Brad probably still thinks he has 0.
Still by far the best interview ever. Second.
Fantastic.
Bit Road's giving him a run for his money.
Real close to Ben Rhodes.
That's the only reason why Matt follows Ben Rhodes.
Actually, yes, I do root for Ben Rhodes.
I do too. Honestly,
he's easy to root for.
Yeah, he's a lovable guy. He's a teddy bear.
What is that? 3 years in a row. Thor Racing. Thor Motorsports. Thor Motorsports has won.
I
don't know. Yeah, they've won a ton for them.
I mean, Ford's running NASCAR except for like the spring and the summer. In the fall,
they just forget everything.
Yeah, they're like, we don't need to win early.
Yeah, I don't know.
We win late.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
Ty Majeski was there yesterday.
Was he? That's right.
Yeah.
He won, right?
He won. Yeah.
I'll tell you something funny. I look. I'm like,
looking at their crew and all them, like, these are all the Thor Motorsports guys. They're all decked out in Thor gear. And I'm like, man, dude, we might be like, we're really in trouble. And the DJ's like, we're a whole Xfinity team. I'm like, oh yeah. But
it's DGM. It was all DGM guys.
Thor Sports and DGM has us.
Yeah.
Well, I saw they brought the actual hauler too.
Why did you qualify 20th?
I will just say this was.
We did get faster than Friday practice, so
that's true. Let's talk about. That's kind of an update. So you guys did a little racing yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit.
Got to be on a crew. So why don't you tell us about it?
That was fun. So we went. Mario Goslin ran a super late model at the Freedom Factory, owned by Cletus McFarlane.
Yep.
So Cletus. Yeah, that was fun. He was there too.
Yeah.
That was fun. He was standing like, you know how like tracks have like the exit to go out and they don't have like a gate, like your typical cheap short track.
Yep.
Homeboy was just standing right there where there's no wall. I'm like, that's kind of dangerous.
There was.
I hope your reflexes are quick.
He's got quick reflexes.
I hope so.
Or good insurance.
Hey,
probably both.
Yeah,
maybe trying to make a deal for retirement here.
Yeah, I mean,
no. So it was fun. We did practice all morning, and then we did qualifying, and then we had to run the B main because the car had pretty good long run speed, but the short run speed was not good, not dialed in. But it was pretty good after about 5-6 laps. But qualifying, you only get 3 laps. So we start the first lap and we're like a couple 3-4 tenths off, and we bring it down, and then we kept bringing it down. Like if we could get to like 5 laps, it was fast.
It was fast, yeah.
But we did the B main. We got in through the B main to the main race, and then got wrecked out on lap 50.
The B main
was it Connor Jones? Did Connor Jones wreck you? He's wrecking everyone else this week. I figured.
I don't know who it was, but no. One of the coolest parts was the B main, because he started 7th out of 8 and had to get to 3rd. He got to 4th and was by far the fastest car out there. I mean, another 3-4 laps
probably would have taken the lead.
He would have got there. And so, everyone's like, man, he's getting there, and then just didn't quite make it. And so we're all kind of walking back to the pits and everything like that. And then we hear over the intercoms them announce that he got in on the provisional. So they brought him in the, what was it, promoter's choice or?
Provisional promoter's choice.
Yeah, I don't remember what the exact reason. And even Mario
participation trophy.
Basically, we don't care, but we're in.
Yeah,
they literally like on the radio.
You're not fast, and you didn't make it, but you did make it.
Yeah, correct. It was funny because Mario's like,
we call that white privilege.
They were like, they were telling him,
Joey Logano.
They were telling him like, bro, like you made it in, and because he's like, oh, thanks everybody, sorry, I gave it all I had and everything. They're like, you made it in. And he's like, well, how did that happen?
Yeah,
and they're like,
that's the Joey Logano story.
Yeah,
literally.
You're out. No, you're in.
We should have been the champions.
Yeah, right, dude. Talking to Mario after he got out of the car, though, after that B main was hilarious.
Dude, there's no doubt that guy absolutely still loves the race.
Yeah,
holy crap. He's kind of a quiet, more reserved guy.
Very quiet.
And this dude was like a kid who just ate an entire candy shop. He was wired.
What you said is the quote of the day was 8 wheels are better than 4.
Yeah. There was some other colorful language in there.
Colorful language that just for Alex's purpose, we won't repeat.
He told us
I appreciate that. Nice people.
That guy, that 8 wheels works better than 4.
Yeah.
And he did. And then he showed him back when he door slammed and ripped the wheel out of his hand.
He set it in there like it's Austin Dillon.
Dude, yeah, he set it down there on the apron and just.
Dude, he did.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like,
so
that was fun. Yeah.
It was cool. Alex LeBay was the crew chief.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Dude, what happened to him, man? I haven't heard that name in like a year. He's good. He's a good driver.
He runs some miscellaneous races for them throughout the year. So he was cool, man. He's really cool. He was really fun to hang out with. Yeah. He's really funny. So I mean, that was fun. So, they got to see a bunch of the normal DGM fam. So that was good.
I saw a photo of DJ running tires.
I'm not gonna lie, it was bugging me.
That wasn't that bad, honestly. I didn't mind that.
Yeah.
That was one job I knew I couldn't screw up.
Really, what it comes down to, I've done this a handful of times now.
Yes.
What do you think? This is your first time.
So I was telling Jake that I totally understand when Matt told me the one time, he's like, I don't have any idea what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm in the way all the time.
But you're working too, and you're like, I'm tired, but I haven't done anything. But I'm constantly stressed out because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here and I'm working, and I know I'm helpful.
Did you guys have to wear fire suits?
No.
It's very late.
I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Only the driver wears fire suit.
Okay.
There's no live pit stop.
He was even wearing Josh Williams' fire suit.
Yeah.
That was the funniest part.
I saw that. That was pretty cool. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's funny. But no, so like but I said to Jake, I'm like, I know nothing about this. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, okay, I'll help. Tell me what to do and stuff like that. And I'm like, and I know that you think you don't know anything, but I feel like what you know is the gap between you and them. Like, I feel like if you don't feel useful, like, and you're like, oh man, I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, how do you think I feel? Because I have no idea.
This one out
Tits
there,
on a bull.
I'll throw this one out there. I was helping out over at Daytona. I put the lug nuts on backwards. I did not know the first time I went. They're like, hey, put that tire on.
The bevel goes in.
If it makes you feel better, Matt.
You know, when everyone's watching you, it's a little stressful.
For qualifying, your Matt puts the lugs on backwards. Great.
Matt, if it makes you feel better, I helped. I almost dropped the car off the jack.
Nice.
Well, they do one jack that is.
Well, so
they have one jack.
The ground where we were at,
years.
the ground where we were at is like old asphalt, like all jacked up and stuff.
It's basically stone.
Yeah. So what happened was we're trying to hurry because it's practice. You know, there's only a little bit of time and stuff like that. So we're starting to jack it up. So no one's at the jack, and I'm like, well, it's okay. I'll do it then. Go up, put it in. I'm like, okay, we're good. Start doing it. The other side started jacking too. So then instead of having the tires on the ground, it was on the jack. It slid, and then my side fell off, and I'm like,
see, but that's not your fault because anybody that knows you have to jack the left side up first.
Yeah,
because of the way they set up the car.
Correct.
So they should never jack up the right side first if you're going to jack.
I think everyone was just.
If you're going to put it on jack stands,
everyone knows that.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to.
I didn't.
I didn't.
So I think you always hear the drivers talking about how thanks to the guys for putting this car together. But you guys are doing it, so you're seeing the tedious work it takes. You go out, you run 8 laps, you come back, you work on the car for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And so you burned your fingers a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. We were running out of practice time and I forgot to put on my gloves. Well, we were going to make a change that didn't require to take the tire off. And then we were like, no, let's go ahead and do this change. So I pulled the tire off, I forget whatever. I think we put a couple Packers in it in the sprint.
That's blurred out. We can't know what you did. It's blurred.
I mean, it's just whatever. I ain't going to tell you exactly what it is, but we made some adjustments. And
I think if they got in on a provisional, you don't have to worry about covering up the details. You're good.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. So we're going to put the tire back on. And to get the tire back on, obviously they're not glued to the wheel because you just took them off. So you got to thread them on by hand. Oh, boy, after about running 120 laps, them jokers were hot. Real hot. And there was no option to go get gloves. We had to go make one last run right now.
That's like the mistake of touching like the
I'm kind of where we
Here it is. My brain's gone.
The oven.
No, here's just like touching the rotor after you get done.
Oh yeah.
No, sometimes
melt your fingers off.
I've seen like the tire guys like at like the race like a Homestead or whatever. And when they catch the tire that rolls back to them, they can't go over the wall because you only allowed so many. So the guy on the backside catches the tire.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you get both of them, you got to get them out of the way. And you just got to grab them and pull them up. And dude, I mean, you'll get nasty, like skin peeling burns on your hands. Like, it's wild.
I believe
because those guys aren't wearing fire suits. They're just wearing polos or team shirts or whatever.
Yeah. And then you got a guy that all of a sudden just does something stupid that screws you up.
Just gets angry.
Yeah. I totally get it.
Yeah, no, I mean, he literally like everybody in the outside of the top 20, everybody was saving tires. Like nobody was, a couple guys trying to make some moves, but everybody knew like, we got 120 laps to go. Like we need to save tires. And this guy in dead last place was just driving through the field and dumped us on lap 15.
Wow.
Sucked. And then proceeded to wreck about half the field for the rest of the race.
Yep.
Because here's the bad part.
So now
there's no inside garage. We had to stay inside even though we got wrecked out at lap 15. We had to sit there and watch the race.
Stay inside and watch.
Yeah.
So did you pull a Ricky Stenhouse move? Did you wait on the tailgate of his hauler when he came into the infield?
No, by after we sat there for about an hour and a half waiting, we were just cold and miserable and ready to go home.
It was less than 50 degrees.
Freezing.
Dude,
Florida
it's cold
freezing.
in there.
Florida freezing.
With the cars going by, making a tornado.
The vortex theory.
The vortex is real.
Dude, it felt real last night.
Dude,
gotta use that vortex gear in Helene.
I was sitting there and I'm like, all I have to sit on is a concrete block wall. And I'm like, I am freezing just sitting there. I'm like, oh, and then they kept wrecking, and I'm just like, you idiots, come on.
Finish the race. Just finish the race. Just finish the race.
Yeah,
like that late model race at BAPS.
I have never once been like, man, you know what? This is one thing NASCAR got right. The lap should count under caution.
Yeah.
It's too long.
Now, I think that was a 128 lap race. I think we ran 160.
At least.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, really what's funny is before that, the Sportsman race.
They were terrible.
Dude, what a clown show. Half the field wrecked out.
They started they announced, they're like halfway through the race, they say we're going to start with single file restarts so we can move this along.
It took us 45 minutes to run 3 laps because they don't count cautions.
So David, that does sound like the late models at Paps. That definitely is.
Like the late models at Paps. You get a lap. Like you're hoping to get a lap in.
Just so they
just give me one lap, and then we'll caution, and maybe we'll get two.
They would restart, right? They would restart the race, and they would wreck going into turn one.
Oh yeah, like before the chalk line.
Yeah. They got so tired of not counting laps. They would let the field race into turn one with a bunch of wrecked race cars so they could get a lap count. They're sideways, up against the wall, in the grass, destroyed, radiator leaking oil, all the stuff.
And now you're all waiting. Future race is going to be late tonight.
Yeah, so you guys, every time there was a wreck, me and DJ just looked at each other like, another hour later home. Another hour later home.
We were counting. We're just like, I was like, oh, there's one.
When did you guys roll back into town?
I got at my house at 2:15.
Ooh, that's rough.
By the time I got showered in bed, it's 2:30.
And you had to be up at 6 for...
No. We were out by 5:30. We were on the road by 5:30.
No. And then today...
Today.
I didn't leave that early. I woke... Well, my kids started waking me up at 7:30. I stayed in bed till 8. And then it was like, okay. And I think we left our house at like 9:30. We didn't go super early.
And then you spent the entire day in the park.
Yep. And I literally went home, was home for about 10 minutes in, and now I'm here.
You just built different, everybody.
Yeah. Nope, I am running on a prayer, right?
he's 17 ibuprofen into this day.
I haven't taken any yet, but I will be tonight.
How did you sleep last night?
Oh, like a baby. I slept great.
Closed your eyes, woke up, opened up.
Yeah, basically.
It was one of those quick ones.
It was one of those where I'm like, okay, I'm tired, and I gotta wake up early in the morning, and I'm just like, I could feel myself like start to sleep, but I was like, okay, go to sleep. Go to sleep. And
you're kind of wired.
It woke me up, and I'm like, dang it, come on. So I had to start like daydreaming about whatever to try to just distract myself.
You could have tried night dreaming.
The drive home.
That was my problem.
It would have worked quicker if you.
I told you 2 shots of whiskey.
You know what?
You're not even gonna fight it.
No. The chocolate milk and whiskey.
Chocolate milk and whiskey. Whoa.
Hey, I'm just telling you, try it if you want to sleep on a car ride.
Whiskey.
Jake take 2 shots of whiskey and then chug a chocolate milk. You will literally comatose in the car.
Just get nice and curdles right in your gut.
The best part about this
comatose or throw up. Good Lord, that sounds awful.
I'm thinking of Alex's
No, that's why you only do 2 shots, and then you clean it up with the whiskey and get rid of the taste.
Oh my God.
You're out, bro.
Good to go.
I'm telling you. We drove home from Atlanta. I slept the whole way. I swear we made it home 3 minutes. Apparently, we stopped 3 times. I never woke up.
Yeah, probably for you to throw up on the side of the road. That's what I'm saying.
Did Alex ever tell you guys about the one-day trip to Martinsville we did?
No.
So
we're idiots.
How far away
we're idiots. Absolute idiots.
Martinsville for us about 6 hours and 33 minutes according to the GPS.
That's Atlanta.
That's fine.
So we find out on like Friday that we won the Blue Emu suite tickets. What?
I thought it was Blue Chew.
It was Blue Chew, but
oh no, not again. Where's the mic stand?
There's a reason why we gave him that one.
Little and stubby, just like me.
Dead.
We drive all the way down there, watch a horrible race. And did you know that they don't let you drink in the boxes there?
No,
that is kind of
sign the way you want it. No one else signed up.
I was like, wait a second. I thought the alcohol was free in the boxes. Like in every other sporting event, like you go to a hockey game, you're in a suite, alcohol's free.
Yeah, that is kind of
Football game, alcohol's free. Basketball, everything, alcohol's free. Go to a race, you can't drink up here. It's family friendly. I was like,
oh, you must have got one of the family friendly suites. They do that. It's annoying. I guess that's what you're looking for, like whatever.
And it cost me like $17 to tip this one bartender or this one waitress to go down and get me a hot dog. There was no way to get a hot dog.
Jeez.
So wait, $17 to get a $2 hot dog?
Yeah,
that's
ridiculous.
Insanity.
I know. And you can't go to Martinsville and not have a hot dog. Like that's
right. I understand.
So we drive down there in the morning.
They beat inflation with this.
We both had to work at church the next morning. So Saturday night race, we leave in the morning. We go to the race. What time do we leave the parking lot? Like,
oh gosh,
11, like 1 a.m.
11. Well, yeah, I think we got to the car at 11:30, and then we got out of the parking lot at like 1. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, and then we both drove to work.
Yeah, no, we did that this year at Bristol.
Oh,
we went up on Saturday and spent the night with friends, but then went to the race all day Sunday. And like, we're just gonna drive home. We'll probably make it and have plenty of time to get home and sleep. We drove all the way home. Got back, showered, and went straight to work.
That's what we're doing when we go to Rockingham.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Easter weekend.
But Rockingham's a day race. That's a big difference.
Be risen.
Day race. Big difference.
That is true.
That's the only reason.
these 1 day runs, we've only done the day races. So like Talladega, we can do in a day, get home by 2 a.m. Atlanta, we can do the same thing. You know, as long as it's ending right around dusk, you know, you leave by 6, you're home by 1.
Yeah.
There should be some kind of consultation prize for the fans that do these kind of day runs.
Yeah, like free tickets.
Yeah. I'm gonna drive 6 hours. Like, yeah. You know what? Call my company.
That's it. We're doing it this year. We're going to Sonoma 1 day.
No.
We're going to Sonoma.
Can we trade in those accolades for a good cup car? That's all I want. You don't have to give me anything. Just give a good cup car.
We're going to Sonoma for 1 day. We're leaving Tuesday and coming back Wednesday.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's all
next
drive
week.
time.
I do got to say, before we close the chapter on the racing event that we did yesterday, I'm proud of you, DJ. You did it. You made the race grind. You did the thing. But I'll tell you, it's always this hard because there's always something pressing the next day. It never gets easier.
So how many times did you think to yourself, I wish I worked out more? Or at least run?
You know,
because that's how I feel normally.
There was 2 moments. And I bet you already know what I'm saying.
I know they are.
They had a pit box.
This was so dumb.
The pit box toolbox.
We almost died. I can't believe we forgot to tell this.
We had to go up I don't know how big of a hill. It wasn't the hill up into the track wasn't that bad. But then there's the banking of the track we have to go down.
Going down 18-degree banking with a pit box with no brakes.
No. With no brakes.
Oh, no.
We had to prep before it. Everyone's like, look, if it gets away,
just let it go. I'm like, you're asking me to steer. I'm not going to be the light guy to go. I mean, if you're going to go, I mean, you know.
I'm going to get drugged by this.
I'll get run over by a pit box.
DJ, this is where they pull you over.
Run over by a pit box.
We brought you for a reason. You're stopping this car.
No, bro. We couldn't stop it.
We couldn't.
No, there's no way.
I was legit. We were slowing it down and we got about halfway down and it's like, it's speeding up.
Did you lose it?
No, we did not. We had,
bro, by the time we got halfway down the track, halfway down the track, I was almost at a full sprint steering this car.
I was pretty close to a full sprint when I had to let go and I was like running beside it.
I was losing people. People were not able to hang on. I was losing people going down this hill. And then you go down and you hit the apron and then it's like grass, like right there. So they're like, turn. I'm like, if I turn real hard, we're flipping. So I aim this thing and we're like right on the edge of the grass. Zoom. And then they started slowing it down. I'm like, bro, we didn't come all this way for you to slow it down. We're going to let this thing roll as far as it feels. So, so that was rough. But by far the worst part where I was like, God, I wish I was stronger and I worked out more was going back up. Yeah.
So it's me and you, and I think there was one other guy. On the way in there, we had one guy with us. This dude is huge. Corey,
big dude. Yeah,
big.
He's like tire changer, man. Big dude.
Big dude.
I have a buddy who's a jackman, and he's like.
So actually, I think he might be a jackman. He's 6'7". Yeah, 6'7".
He was with us, and I'm like, okay, we'll be all right.
Lift up the pit box.
On the way back, because we were already in the infield, though, he stayed out, so he was already out of so he wasn't there. So it was me, you, couple of the other guys, and we're pushing this thing up, dude. We get about halfway up,
and it's not going good.
Almost stops, and we're like,
the little train that
this random guy comes up and jumps up and starts helping. I think someone else.
It was the officials started coming helping us push it out of the track. But dude, it flashed in my mind. I was like, oh no, this might go really bad.
So this is the end of the night, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're dead tired. It's midnight. How?
This is 11:15.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm super strong, but I'm also like a big guy. So I'm like, I'm just like, okay.
You have good strength.
I'm like, if nothing else, just like
David and I.
Grab it low. Yeah.
Be the anchor.
Yeah. Just grab it low and just kind of, even if it's slow, at least just don't let it roll back. And it's slowing down and slowing down and slowing down and slowing down. I'm like, oh no. And then there was a couple of guys that grabbed it the last bit and just got us over the hump.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I was getting really nervous. I was like, if this thing rolls back.
I know so I'm 265 pounds. So like my body has to work out to move. Like, so I don't go to the gym. I don't run.
Your joints are like, I'm tired, man.
Yeah, my joints are tired just from like climbing out. Like, listen, I went cheap on this rental car and I got a car this is the first time I've driven a car in like, I don't even know how long, like since 2009. And getting in and out of this little something.
Alex, time.
I said something.
I got you.
Okay. I said something.
Did you get the protection on it?
I didn't say itch.
Oh, yeah. Don't ask Matt about that.
On the rental car?
Yeah.
No.
All right. I'll be right back.
So listen, here's the thing.
There goes your windshield.
So here's the thing. Like, I have the best insurance money can buy for me personally. I have an umbrella policy that covers everything I drive.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not paying you $27 a day.
It's fair.
It's because he got vaccinated.
For
He
like
has to
2
have
weeks,
that
I
heavy
totally
insurance just to survive, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much wreck everything I drive.
So the one other thing about like pushing that
Ricky Bobby,
pushing that pit box up the racetrack. I don't know if you felt this. I didn't talk to you about this. I wanted to. I forgot. We sat there in the cold. I mean, I'm sorry, but 50 degrees for us is cold, and the car's going like
cold. Good amount of wind.
I'm
for like an hour,
cold.
Yeah, for like an hour and a half.
50 is cold. In the
We're in for an hour and a half. Nowhere to hide. Right. So the worst part was
seen the Freedom Factory. There's nothing in the infield. It's just barriers.
Halfway up the hill, dude, my legs started cramping and giving out.
Oh no!
Because they've been cold. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be real cold.
To work.
Yeah, that was not a good recipe.
Let me push this 15,000-pound toolbox up this hill.
Dude, the worst part was we by far had the biggest the biggest toolbox.
Bro, that was ridiculous.
Because it was like an old. What did they say? It was an old truck team.
Yeah, it's like from like early 2000s trucks. No brakes, no lightweight materials.
When they used to mount the actual pit box on top of the toolbox.
Yeah. No, it had seats on it.
Yeah, that's where the crew was.
We were sitting up there underneath the moving blanket trying to get warm.
It's wild.
So I just thought of something really random. But so normally Alex's beautiful wife Jordan gets to listen to me and him yell at each other the whole time. And now we're all talking and Alex is listening. So she's probably like,
is he okay?
Are they even podcasting up there? I can't
what are they
hear
even
you.
doing? I can't hear anything. David's not swearing.
I do kind of feel bad because, like, please jump in more often. Like, I feel like we're all
trying.
Oh, you're good. You're good. No, this was kind of your story, so I wanted to let you guys like have the floor because I wasn't there, but I did follow you on Twitter during it, which was awesome. Like, I really enjoyed it. Just kind of.
I wanted to be able to post more, but it was tough. It was tough too. Like we were working on it. Like you're busy. Take photos of it.
That's amazing.
Oh, that was the other thing. I was trying to like take videos, but I'm like, I'm not going to do that when they have the tires off or the engine open. Like, I don't want to be like that guy.
Felt that
especially
way too. When we were at the shop.
Especially like a new guy.
Did you see?
Yeah.
If it was Jake, it'd be one thing.
They just posted the one running back from the Lions. I think he posted a picture of him against their whiteboard with all of their calls and plays. And they asked Dan Campbell about it, and he's like, "Wait, what? He did what? I gotta go."
Wipe it all off. Start over.
He's got some wild plays, man. I wouldn't be surprised if some got leaked.
Yeah.
No, be careful the next
teams
two
are super
weeks.
particular about stuff like that. I actually got yelled at by Chad Knaus one time at Daytona for that.
Real quick, everybody. Time out.
Yep.
Just want to let everybody know. The Eagles just defeated the Ravens.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That's a good win.
Only the second NFC team to ever beat Lamar Jackson.
Really?
He only lost one up until then. Now he's lost two.
It's a good day.
Sucker.
It's a good day, boys. It's a good day. The day just got a little
Barkley
brighter.
rushed for over 100 yards, which means he is going to be the league MVP because he just beat his top competitor.
Nice.
Anyway,
sorry.
Ravens suck. That's the bottom line. Ravens suck.
Should we move into the podcast now? The things?
Oh, the notes?
The notes?
I think we were trying to start off with.
Let's do the things. I like the things.
I think we were trying to start off with.
We kind of hit the highlights of our week.
Yep.
So the best race of the season, if you were to give a label, and why is it Miami?
Man, that was a good one.
I mean, it's not for me.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I was kind of sauced during Miami. I don't remember. If anyone was there, I was. A little
you were feeling good.
Matt was vibing.
How many laps was it? 240. I don't even.
263.
Gone.
We could have said 500.
I was like, oh look, Tyler Reddick. Oh, he's winning.
Hey, all I'm saying is, as a Ryan Blaney fan, I wish there was one less lap. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now you wish you would have run the top.
So that your
gosh, that's still killing me.
So if it makes you feel better, Alex, one of the guys that we were there with is also a Blaney fan, and I was standing right next to him. Oh, and believe me, I felt
he's very upset.
He was all excited and immediately just like last corner, just like, what just happened?
Dude, I introduced this guy into racing this year.
Yep.
And this guy looks like somebody straight out
looks like Eric Amarola.
Like the 1980s NASCAR. No. But he's got a nice little beard, whatever. But you know, he sat there and drank a 12-pack and stood for every single lap.
My man.
I was like, dude.
And he's a Ryan Blaney fan. I like this guy. I like
you're
this guy.
making me feel bad. Like I'm not as dedicated as this guy.
The first time I went to Charlotte, I was so effed up during the Xfinity race that I passed out in the 6th row.
Golly.
I passed out during a race.
Yeah, like, but that was it was like 105 degrees that day. Like you get a free
hot, and I drank like all the beer.
Perfect.
Jeez.
So
I've done a couple other things, but
the best frame of reference for that race, I had a Justin Allgaier shirt that had a big printed 7 on the back. When we got back to the hotel and like obviously I got a shower and stuff, I pulled the shirt off. There was a 7 like embroidered in my back.
Oh my
God. It was that hot. The decal like melted into my skin.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Little did they know that he was the 2024 champion.
For me, Bristol. For the first race.
Bristol. That was a good race. That was. I mean,
just because on it. Well,
that was your first time at Bristol too.
I didn't go. You ask me this every time we talk about this.
It was still not his first time at Bristol.
Keep forgetting.
Of all the Bristols to go to, I didn't go to that one. Like,
I keep forgetting.
No, that one was just the race was great because of what ended up happening.
Fireware, the mess.
But the funniest part was just watching online on the broadcast, and the whole people, even the broadcasters, were like, you could tell no one had any idea what was going on. Even like broadcasters, Goodyear was making press announcements in the middle of the race.
Yeah,
they were like, we're looking into this. The drivers can get more tires.
Yeah, sorry, we made a good tire, guys. My gosh,
we decided to team up with Hershey's and wrapped all the tires with Twizzlers.
Bro, so that one was probably the best one for me. I mean, Miami's still good though too. Like those are two really good ones.
That was easily the second best race for me. Like it's right there. Yeah, I'm right there.
For a cup perspective, Miami was definitely my number one. I like Xfinity. Do you guys have an opinion on Xfinity too? Which is kind of hard because honestly, it was a really good season.
Miami for Xfinity
not. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, right.
It was weird. Like they changed stuff, and it was like, why would you? That's like, why fix it if it's not broke? Like,
man, I can't.
The Xfinity series.
Have you met NASCAR? Have you met the executives? That's what they do.
Yeah.
So for Xfinity, I would say the Indy race was really fun to watch.
That was actually
watching Eric Almirola kind of like dog his way to the front. When that was pretty wild.
Wasn't that Hurst?
I think you're pronouncing his name wrong.
Riley Hurst.
Ariola.
I thought Eric Almirola won.
You had Eric Almirola.
I had Almirola. You had Riley Hurst. Yeah, it was still a good race, but I lost
Ariola.
Ariola, my bad.
Yeah,
I'll fix that.
No, that one was probably the best one.
That was good. And then the one where Sam Mayer was fighting off Ryan C. I think it was Texas.
Yeah,
I want to say Texas.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good race.
Xfinity car can even make a bad track good.
Yeah.
Until they change it. Yeah.
And then the next day, watching Chase Elliott one just killed the whole
one of the season.
I think for Xfinity, I think I'm with you. I think the Indy race for Xfinity, it was so exciting. It was unexpected. And then I think for Cup, I'm going to take Daytona 500. Always.
What a homer, bro.
It's my nostalgia. Yeah, it's just everything about it.
So
go in person one time and tell me it's different.
I have two.
We went and I did not love it. I'll be honest. I hated that race. We were there. I just
Did you have a radio?
I did, but like they were running 50% throttle the whole race. So and then when they'd start running full throttle, you can't pass. So it was
it's not 100% true.
I agree with that.
McDowell did decide that he didn't care and was trying to run 100%.
See, you also said his name wrong. It's McDouche.
Whatever, same thing.
It is. I stand behind this. I don't like
that. I don't like that guy.
I don't know.
I don't mind the super speedway thing until when they do go wide open and they're like everybody's committed to just running the two lanes. I think they can make the third lane. You just need a handful of people to do it.
It was fantastic watching all the Toyotas wreck.
Yeah,
wasn't that wasn't the 500 though? Wasn't it?
That was Talladega.
Was that Talladega? I thought it was the 500. It was so long.
When Jonathan Nemechek broke Bubba Wallace or Eric Jones. That's what it was.
Fantastic.
That was wild because I was like, wow, Toyota actually might do something amazing.
They figured it out.
They figured something out. And then it was like
nobody else did it all year.
Yeah.
And then how about the 4 wide at Talladega? They're slow, but I mean,
it's still pretty interesting.
It's still pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like their track does that slow.
They're only doing that. They're running half throttle. They're going slow. They're only 180.
Yeah. Well, the full throttle only bumps them up like 10 mile an hour.
Yeah.
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 I'll be honest, but
when you're there and you have the radio, it's a lot of fun. Like I like listening to strategy because you hear like the Chevys are trying to mess with the Fords and screw up their plan, and the Fords are messing with the Chevys, and people are messing with Toyota, and everybody's trying to screw everybody's plan. And a lot of the moves they're making is because they're trying to get in that Ford line and start screwing their plan. Like when you're there with the radio on TV, it's not as good. But when you're there with the radio,
there's nothing better than listening to Kyle Busch go off about people.
Oh yeah,
Ryan Blaney going off is pretty.
I was just about to say Ryan Blaney has replaced Kyle Busch on the radio.
Yes,
One radio I cannot stand.
I got to hear Ryan Blaney go off on Austin Cindric at the Daytona 500 because they came in as a team and Cindric left them. And then it screwed the 22 at the 12. And for 5 laps, Blaney is just MFing everything he can about Austin Cindric. It was beautiful. It was the best part of the race.
That was pretty good.
For my, man, I got 2 like kind of left field Cup Series picks. One, the race right after the Olympics. What was it, Richmond? That was an interesting race.
There was actually.
Wait, was that the one where Austin Dillon?
Yes, it was that. But
KO'd
also in the race prior, Daniel Suarez came in with the fresh tires and passed everyone.
Oh, that was when they had the Prime.
Oh, yeah.
That was the option tire.
That was a crazy race to watch. That was super exciting for the whole time.
Because you had Suarez and there was a couple of others that were doing it, but Suarez was the only one that was like up there.
And then he got used up and went back really quick.
It did happen, but it was exciting. It was really like
in the moment,
nail biting for that like 20 laps, and then obviously Brad's win. Okay, how could you not? That was a great race.
I mean, come on.
Honestly, even as someone that's not a Brad fan, like that was really exciting.
He was up front the whole time. Then Buscher had to take out his only competition, and then Brad's just like, "I'll just take this win."
Yep.
Bye.
Listen, anybody who doesn't burn out with the American flag out the window, if you don't vote for that, you're a commie.
Straight up.
There was also Matt. The guy that would climb.
Do you guys use the term commie here in Florida?
Oh yeah.
The guy that climbed the fence on that win was kind of interesting.
Oh, Ricky Stenhouse.
No, I mean like the guy who was
the Brad win.
Yeah, the fan
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
He was sitting on the top of the
It was a while.
I don't know that I remember that part. I think I was blacked out.
You were probably all over the place.
I was
here, just in honor, should we show the Brad K corner for like 2 seconds? There we go. All right, now it feels better.
What's the sign say?
I love how you say now it looks better.
Oh yeah. Watch out for that pit wall. That was after the pace car driver ran into the pit wall. That's right. At NASCAR, we hire only the best. Only the best.
As the pit car died. Ooh.
I can't believe they refinished that race.
I can't believe they let that guy get back into the car.
I know. He wrecked the first one. Why do you give him a second one?
Can we do an honorable mention for a race too?
Let's do honorable mention.
Atlanta Spring.
Dude, that was a good race. That was legit a good race.
I like
that
race. Yeah. I'm actually a fan of the repave. I think it makes it its own thing.
Yeah. I don't like it with the Xfinity. The Xfinity should run the normal mile-and-a-half package.
Yes.
Because they don't have the downforce in that car to do this. So run the regular, they'll be fast as hell.
But I think my favorite race in all of the Gen 7 Air was the very first race because Denny Hamlin blew his transmission like a lap into it.
But
like
Cindric won it.
What?
But Cindric won it.
That's
the 500.
That's
all right.
Hated it. Worst race ever. Worst race ever.
That was the 500, I think.
Yeah,
it might have been. I mean, it was. Yeah,
the Clash.
It was like
the first race, but I mean,
it's not a points race.
Exactly.
That was a wild. Remember that first year of the Gen 7? Everybody had one car.
Yeah.
Wild time.
Yeah. They're like, we're not wrecking it.
Like whatever you do, don't wreck it. Just pounds it head on in the wall in practice.
Like. He just, and then like all the excitement of like, you see, because you're so used to watching cars get ripped up and then you see them hit a wall and you're like,
it looks okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. The paint job's fine.
What
finish did they put on that car?
Yeah, but the driver feels bad.
That's the good turtle wax.
Tyler Reddick could have finished Las Vegas. I'm just going to throw
He drove it back to the pits.
Yeah.
Put some new tires on it. I think that car was good.
Yeah,
I think he had less damage than Blaney did in that wreck, which was ridiculous because Blaney like brushed the wall and 2 toe links broke.
He drove it back to the pit, didn't he?
Yeah.
And that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think the 45 was in better shape. Like, really.
Somersaulted, landed on all fours, drove it right
I don't
back
know
to the
what
pits.
it is about Ryan Blaney, but his parts are made of like pine wood and glue.
You are telling me. You are speaking truth, brother. You are speaking truth.
I don't get it, man.
I don't know how. Like he must be the lowest on the totem pole of Penske somehow because he's the only one that runs well regularly. So they just decide to.
That's
because
he just does whatever they say, and they know he'll never leave.
Dude, don't even get me on that tangent.
He's coming to RFK. Don't worry.
Please,
we're gonna fire Ryan Priest.
I am so sick of him being nice to his teammates because his teammates couldn't give 2 craps about him, and they screw him every time they can. Oh, drives me nuts. But hey, honorable mention, good race.
Every this is why women love him. They love a feminine man.
Oh my gosh,
man, yeah.
The Martinsville Fall race,
like he's on his period.
Honorable mention. Throwing that out there.
Sorry, I know, Alex. I can't hear you. But
sorry.
Martinsville Fall race.
You know what I call him, right?
Yeah.
That was good. Yes.
It was the first time the Gen 7 didn't totally suck on a short track, minus Bristol Spring. And this is the first good, decent race at Martinsville. And watching Blaney kick everyone's butt, it was just a,
I think it had decent tire wear too.
It did.
Yeah,
it had really good tire wear.
Like tire wear mattered, which is great.
That was actually, you're right. It did matter. Did you guys see they rebranded? It's not YRB anymore. It's RBB.
Really?
Ryan Blaney. It's all he does.
RBB. Hold on, I'm updating the timestamp.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, it's good stuff. All right. So, most disappointed driver. Like, if you had to pick a driver that you're the most disappointed in, boy, that's a question.
I feel like Jake's just gonna be mean.
You know? No. You know who surprised me?
This is a good one.
And I'm going to say,
I have.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way.
Okay.
But it's not the most impressive or just like the most surprising for me was Cody Ware.
Okay.
There were all the races that he raced in, he was not bad. Like he was hot garbage.
Didn't he run
until
like
he
2
beat
races?
that woman. Then he got arrested. He must have got hard in jail or something. It changes.
I don't know if it was him.
Nothing changes your life like a domestic abuse.
Jeez Louise.
And shows off the rails.
Oh my gosh.
My God.
There's a way to get to a top tier team.
I think,
Dude, he was trying
to use the N-word.
He was trying for the Larson plan. He was trying to get an upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, it worked.
I went backwards.
you have to be a good driver, though. That's the only way that plan works. You can't suck and then go to jail. Like
Almirola did it. He won a bunch of races in the 20.
You know who I was gonna say was someone that surprised me?
That was a slow burn joke. Sorry, it took me a second to catch up, David.
Well, he did do it. I mean, nobody came out and said he did it, but Almirola definitely called Bubba
a bad word.
They kind of unofficially confirmed it. They did kind of unofficially confirm it. Yeah.
I thought it was violence.
Remember? It was violence because he called him the N-word.
Drive it probably. Did he really?
Oh, I didn't know.
Like for real?
Words are violence. Words are violence.
Where did you hear that?
I think it was like, I don't know. TMZ? For one, this is the Racing Addicts Podcast where what we're kind of like...
just make it up?
We're kind of like, whose line is it anyways?
Everything's made up. The points.
Yeah. And our drivers are always in the right. That's all that matters. Our drivers are always in the right. Yeah.
That's real.
Brad is normally in the right, though. Like, unless he's pushing in the tribal.
Or
nobody can take
or
the push,
trying
get out of
to
the way.
put out a fire
Like,
on the
come on.
backstretch.
Yeah, like...
I totally forgot about that.
What is Brad doing? That is just genius.
He looks like my dog when he gets the zoomies.
Pretty sure that's against the rules, but we'll give it to him.
Yeah, no, that was hilarious.
If anything, it hinders him because he's putting more miles on his car than everyone else.
Miles?
You know?
So,
all right, you never know how many.
All right, hang on a second. Time out. Let's grab the wheel here. Sorry, most disappointing driver.
Kyle Busch.
Wow. Yikes.
Really?
Yeah. He had some flashes of brilliance, but it's not really him, but like you go to RCR to bring that team up and bring them to another level. We saw Kurt Busch do this with a bunch of teams. Yeah. But Kyle Busch, he's like, yeah, if you have great equipment, I can be great in it. But he doesn't seem like he can make mediocre equipment great. I'm not like statistically he's gotten worse every year on the next gen car.
Yeah, but I don't think this car rewards him. I think it's the Jimmy Johnson thing. Like this car does not reward your drivers that were good at pushing.
If you're a great driver, you can win a bunch. Look at Kyle Larson; he can win at anything.
He can win at anything.
All right, you have a good point there.
Well, I'm not saying he's Kyle Larson. I mean,
I'm just
how many drivers? How many drivers in the life of the world are Kyle Larson? Was there 5 of them?
Yeah, not many. I mean, he's Kyle Larson's elite status.
I'm just saying that the excuse doesn't work for me because you should be able to get into anything and win anything. Yes. If you're going to say, oh, the car's holding me back, I think Kyle Larson disproves the point that you should be able to. I mean, you didn't suck in late models, which drive completely different than a Gen 6 Cup car. They're different. What
are you going to do when he goes out there and wins a Chili Bowl next month?
That'd be great. It'd be exciting. He'll be my most improved driver next year.
So
I'll root for him next week.
Most improved driver in the offseason. Is that next week already?
No. Snowball.
January 7th. Yeah. Snowball third week in January, something like that.
Yeah. Snowball will be fun.
I'm trying to think. Kyle, the only thing yeah, he's disappointing, I think, this year, but since the Olympic break, he kind of turned it. Well, I don't know if he turned it around or RCR turned it around. They started he had 3 or 4 weeks in a row where it was Well, maybe they did, but like it was 3 or 4 weeks in a row. Where
I made a little
second?
business trip to Hendrick.
So, I mean,
I brought chapstick.
Oh my gosh, no, DJ, you're right, because there was like 4 weeks in a row where Kyle Busch was like the last caution of the race, and it's like you've just got to stop that crap. Like you're not gonna move forward if you keep wrecking cars with 5 laps to go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There was like 4 races that he finished like second, and he like I was right there to win it, and some nonsense happened.
Yeah,
like Harrison Burton, who had that on their bingo chart.
This guy.
Thanks, Parker.
Yeah.
Thanks, Parker.
I'm not blaming Parker. Come on. I'm not blaming Parker.
Nah,
Yeah, the other Parker.
Brute's car rental just charged me for the tolls. Now it's free. I can drive wherever I want in the city.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
Okay. Alex, there was a whole like toll situation.
It was a war.
There was a war. We won. Well, we lost.
Yeah, you lost. You got charged.
Mexico was going to pay for it.
It hasn't come through yet.
Hasn't come through. We're going to put tariffs. It's going to be great.
Tariff.
My favorite word, tariff. Favorite word.
Most
Great.
disappointing driver this year. I'm going to go with a part-time driver. Jimmy Johnson still kind of sucks, so I'm just going to take the low hanging fruit.
You're right, but it hurts.
I'm sorry. I started watching NASCAR after
The greatness.
Jimmy Johnson. Yeah. So
I think Jimmy Johnson and Santa Claus hold about the same level of real in Matt's brain.
Yeah.
Wow. That was good. That was good. I like
watching, that. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh my
I mean, I
gosh.
know it's real. It's just
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you about it. Like, man, bro, like 5 championships in a row and all this stuff. You're like, yeah, but it's like the same look you give somebody. They're like, yeah, but how's he go through all these chimneys in one night? Like, real sus.
Do you guys remember Jimmy Johnson wrecking with a lapped car while he was leading in 2020? Like that's the Jimmy Johnson that you're probably aware of. Like
that's what I know.
Yeah.
All right, most disappointing driver. Mine has a win.
Oh.
Brad Keselowski?
The number 3 of Austin Dillon.
Oh yeah.
He got beat by
a lot.
Well, he finished season 32nd in points behind Justin Haley and Zane Smith and Daniel
kind of sucks too.
Hemrick. Well, John Hunter Nemeth, Jack, yeah, he sucks. Just
he sucks, bro.
Hey, you got to him. That was my most disappointed driver, by the way, because I
can't wait for that guy to just leave.
Yeah,
like
not be around anymore.
Like when you see, like you start looking at stuff like, okay, anybody behind anybody from SHR, like they got nothing. They got no speed. I don't even know how they got a car in the playoffs. Like you got lucky.
Yeah.
That's just because he's a hell of a driver.
Yeah.
But you know, like Todd Gillen had a great year.
Yeah,
he really did.
Hocevar had a great year. I don't like Hocevar. I'm going to be honest with you. He had a great year.
As long as he doesn't, act like a butt.
Yeah. He looks like a transgender version of Aerosmith.
Hold on. Do I still have your... Oh, I thought I still had your computer, David. I was going to put up your Carson Hocevar picture.
I changed it. I got rid of it. So like 3 years ago, Nolan made Carson Hocevar hoisting a trophy in my background on my computer. And I just never changed it. Well, I went back to Brad like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
All right.
No,
Carson was good.
Big time.
You know who I was thinking was surprising until about probably about 8 races to go. I was really getting impressed with Justin Haley.
Yeah,
and then he decided him and Corey LaJoy flip thing, and I'm like, maybe
the 7 curse is real,
or maybe it wasn't
the driver real.
Man, he goes out there and spins out. I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't Corey's fault,
dude.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, literally the whole time, just like, oh, wait a minute.
This is how confusing. The turntables have turned.
How the turntables?
I remember didn't he like wreck a couple times? That
it was like twice or 3 times.
Lucky
in the first race.
Yeah.
So
I'm also going to put Chris Buescher on that list of disappointing drivers. He could have done. I think he should have done better.
Yeah.
It feels like,
especially considering the year before.
Once he heard that Ryan Preece was going to be his teammate, he's like, "Well, I better start sucking a little more."
Gotta lower the standards a little bit here.
Yeah.
Hey, it's big time. I tell you what, I was a little upset about the whole Ryan Preece thing until I realized that not only did he bring Kroger to the 60 car, but he brought Kroger to RFK.
Yeah.
Having a whole like a team sponsor like that, all 3 cars.
That's wild.
That's some money.
Yeah. See, I'm not on board with the whole dogging Ryan Preece thing just because the dude is pretty good at modified.
I just don't like
that. No, that's fine. But I think he's never even really had a shot.
I agree. He could be great, and I could end up liking him. My problem with him is,
what if he gets more wins than Brad?
That's
great, man. Game over.
That's great.
Game over.
Game over, man.
I wouldn't be holding your breath on that
20s, 26. I'm running the 60 car.
Yeah, I don't get. So he's passionate. And I think ever since that one interview where he's like, I'm out here trying to make a living.
I agree.
Like that I can't stand guys who complain.
Yeah.
Like when you get on and complain on your interview, like
that's how I feel about Sheldon Creed.
Yeah,
I think he's just a little.
Like look at Tyler Reddick got screwed like 600 times this year.
All the time.
And like he's like crying, upset about stuff, and he's like, "Hey man, you know, blah 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 blah. Great team, great this. Didn't complain, didn't really push blame on people. He got wrecked a lot.
Yeah,
he didn't blame people. That's just what I like. I like drivers that just kind of take their licks and say, "All right, we'll be back next week."
I think when Ryan Preece flipped the Daytona racing next week with the bloodshot eyes,
that was pretty bad.
That was awesome.
Brownie points.
That was good. I mean, that was crazy. I mean, he was like,
he was
you ever watch that show Supernatural?
Nah.
Oh well, they have like demons, and he looked like one of the demons. His eyes are black, like not like the outside, the inside.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was crazy.
That was
a wild race.
Your soul.
So
Kroger owns my soul.
That was pretty
cool.
I feel like he earned a lot of brownie points, like man points in that, because you look at soccer where like the players get brushed. Like in soccer, where the players get brushed and they fall to the ground and cry. And then Ryan Preece like does
never watched the soccer game.
Yeah,
that's why I can't watch basketball either.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Oh god, don't even talk to me about that.
And now you have college football kickers and NFL too. That like if the kicker gets touched, they're starting to flop. Like, can we stop?
Did you guys see Trevor Lawrence get slopped today?
No.
Oh, he took a headshot and went full like retard. Like, drop.
Wow.
You gotta leave it.
Dang.
Oh, he did the Tua?
He did the Tua. It was a headshot too.
Dang.
It was. I mean, it was.
What's that one breakdancer? Ray Gunn on the ground.
He looked like
Ray Gunn.
He looked like that breakdancer from the Olympics.
Yeah, Ray Gunn. Yeah.
Y'all wild. All right. What about most impressive?
Most impressive driver?
I think I want to take Ryan Blaney. Not to be a homer to Alex, but to be consistently fast for like 3 years. Nobody else is really doing that.
I think it's a great pick, Jake. I agree 100%. Perfect. It's solid.
It's the fact that he's fast consistently at the end of the year. Is Penske stuck in the middle? 100%. You can bet on that. But at the end of the year, like they're always showing up. So I got to give it to Ryan Blaney.
We always say HMS sandbags through the middle of the year too, but it seems to really
seems like they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, it seems like Penske's the one doing that now.
Hey, for what it's worth, the 12 cars scored the most points during the summer, by the way, of any team.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, the 12 had a really good summer.
So they're stuck in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Oh, they were garbage. They were garbage out of the gate. Yeah, they got all their summer.
It was a few weeks into the season, like we were saying, like should Ford be concerned with this new body?
Yeah, it took them 11 races to win.
Something like
it
that.
was forever.
And then they had half the championship 4 wrapped up.
Yeah,
gross. Anyways,
I think mine. Actually, honestly, I'm going to go a little bit of a homer. Not really homer, but like in general. I was really impressed with how well Chase Elliott has adapted. Like it took him a couple years to get used to this next gen. But let's be honest. I mean, Chase Elliott is a generational talented driver.
Yeah.
Like as much as I like to make fun of him for not being able to win on an oval and all this other stuff, he had a heck of a year. He had he was very strong,
very consistent.
And then my other one was it was Carson Hocevar. I mean, running Spire gear, he finished 21st in points. 21st in points.
Which fun note, because we have a buddy at Spire. That 77 car this year was identical to the 77 car last year. Like, because I asked if like they were on a different motor program than they were under, Grandson 2, the other spoiled silver spoon, and they said no. The car last year is exactly the same as this year. So Hocevar is that much better than Ty Dillon. Fun note.
Interesting.
Well,
Ty Dillon is terrible.
Oh, he's garbage. But don't worry, he's coming back Series next year, guys.
He's coming back, isn't he?
Coming back.
Yeah. Oh, nepotism's awesome, guys.
It's the 30 car.
30. Is he for
colleague?
Yeah, colleague.
They went from going for trophies for going for paychecks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That whole we're here for trophies thing is over.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. That's sold out
when Ross left.
No, impressive is definitely for me is Hocevar.
Yeah. I mean,
definitely.
Yeah. He was up there running where he shouldn't be, quote unquote.
No, he had several. Like if he kept it clean and he didn't wreck his stuff and he didn't destroy somebody else, then he was up and usually around the top 10.
Top 10. Yeah.
You know what's kind of wild? By the end of the year, I think it was the Roval in Martinsville. People were really starting to dog him. I'm like, guys, this guy's still pretty new to this. These are two very difficult tracks.
Yeah.
He's just up front.
How many years was he in trucks? Two,
I think. It wasn't long.
It was 2, I think.
2 in trucks, right to Cup, and running top 20 or running 21st in points at the end of the year.
Running sometimes top 10, top 5.
With what, a B tier team at best?
At best,
maybe a C.
And on top of that,
B-tier.
he did wreck a lot of people this year, but it felt like it was kind of like how Ross was off and on. Like when he was racing respectfully, he was racing really well. Like it's not like he had to wreck people to be good. He did wreck a lot of people.
Is this Ross or Hocevar?
Hocevar.
Yeah. I feel like Ross is the opposite.
Well, I meant like
when he races
Ross
like a
for on.
He goes fast.
Exactly. What I'm saying.
It's true.
With Ross,
it's true.
He either wrecks people when he's up front or he doesn't and he's in the back.
Yeah. If I see Ross at Daytona, I'll be like, how did racing nice all year go for you?
Yeah.
Put the switch back on. Let's
absolutely.
Put the switch. Nice.
Dude, I got ripped apart for last year saying that he's the most Dale Earnhardt-esque driver out there right now.
I think a lot of people.
No, I completely. Well, shoot, your dad.
I say that all the time. My dad does too.
Hey, I even clipped it this week for social media, David. We're with you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, because I said if you think Ross Chastain sucks, then you must think Dale Earnhardt Sr. sucks too. And of course, my editor started the video with Dale Earnhardt Sr. sucks. Nice.
You're welcome. 60,000 views on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna say,
Are you serious?
I got.
Oh yeah, dude, that's the one that took off.
You want to get in trouble on TikTok? Talk crap on Dale Earnhardt.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie.
There's a few bridges we won't cross.
Alex,
I think that's
that was some mad clickbait. That was awesome.
Oh yeah,
You got to do it in the first 3 seconds. That's the ticket.
Comments.
Oh yeah,
that was.
Hey,
this guy doesn't know anything.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Dude, the amount of people
should go through and do a video and call them all out.
Yeah,
like this person didn't watch the whole
dude,
video.
we actually did. Did you remember, David? We totally called out the one guy. I forget who.
So busy. I was like, "F you, guy."
Yeah.
Nice.
Whatever your name is.
Another impressive driver for me is Shane Van Gisbergen. Because he proved this year that the Chicago win last year wasn't a fluke. Because he almost won Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
I'm excited for him to be in.
He was going to win Chicago again until he got wrecked.
Yep.
And then he was competitive at the other road courses too.
Until the whole field decided to gang up on him.
I mean, this is the first time he's ever at Watkins Glen almost wins.
He had to kill
Watkins Glen, the entire field said this man's not winning again because there was like
and he almost beat him.
But I mean, even like his on ovals, it's not as good, but like
he's never raced.
You could see the improvement from the beginning of the year to the end of the year.
He has half a season of Xfinity ovals in his bucket.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for him next year. I'll be a big SVG fan.
Yeah,
or I am one.
Yeah, so that was good.
Do you think he makes it to the playoffs?
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, I think so too.
There's like 75 road courses in the schedule. Like half of the races.
Well, Watkins Glen is back out of the playoffs, and then you have Chicago. I mean,
he might go deep. He could go deep in the. He could win.
I think he could get in the top 8
the regular season.
He could be in the final 4.
He's not winning the regular season though. That's
good. Hey, don't.
You know,
that's bold, boy.
Hold on, Alex.
They moved a lot of road courses out of the playoffs.
Think about this though.
He can go to Mexico.
That way Brad can win.
Ross Chastain is one.
There's only 3 winners of Mexico. It's either going to be Logano.
So they have had a winning car
or it's going to be SVG.
So it either be Logano because he got a horseshoe up his butt for winning the races for being the first time there.
That's what he does.
1,000%.
It's going to be SVG because he's a road course guru.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be NASCAR funded Daniel Suarez super hot rod.
He's raced there before. He's the only one who has experience on this track.
I hate that guy too.
Bro, you know NASCAR got their money. Bro, watch Trackhouse come out and just beat explosively.
He's the Kamala Harris of NASCAR.
You can't go to Mexico.
Oh my gosh, Kamala.
That's not right. It's not right.
You can't go all the way to Mexico and have an Australian win. It's not a vibe.
Mike, go ahead, Mike.
Are you saying
he's in the rugby?
He goes out and kicks his rugby ball into there, and they're just like, "What is this?
The heck is that?"
He's another one of the racers that you know, like you said, Watkins Glen gets used
the whole time.
Stuff, and he comes out and goes, "Oh yeah, no, oops, no complaining, no itching, nothing."
And then look at the Cup race.
That was amazing.
When Buescher wins, what happens? You could tell he's like, that was me. I messed up. I screwed it up. He was all upset about him messing up. It had nothing to do with hey, Buescher moved me. He's like, he moved
Buescher way harder. That was nothing Kyle Larson said. He goes, oh no, like when was it Blaney? Larson moved Blaney.
What was it? Oh yeah, it was was that when he wrecked the car? Couldn't even drive it back.
Something happened. He's like, yeah, well, he used me up, but I used him up more.
I don't remember that. Was that during?
I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what race it was. I think it was a
you're
playoff race.
You're thinking of Martinsville when the 12 and the 5 were like the 12 gave him a bump and the 5 like body checked him, and then the interviewer was like, "Are you mad at Blaney?" And Larson's like, "No?" Question mark.
No, but Blaney should probably be mad at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
While we're talking about most impressed, I feel like Todd, like you mentioned him earlier, but Todd Gilliland has to be on that list. Like, I think he way outperformed what was expected from him this year.
And he moved to the A car. He's moving to the 34, which is
exciting. With Loves. That's
kind of wild.
Loves on the 34. Yeah.
So Loves is not going with McDowell.
Thank God. No, Loves is.
Oh, they're FRM. Yeah, they're all in the FRM.
I purposefully only go to Flying J's because of them being with McDowell.
Now we can go to Loves.
Now I go to Loves right off there off the 81 exit. Yeah.
You can finally shower on these long car trips.
You're welcome, Alex. Sorry, guys.
Oh, gosh.
All right. Let's see here. Who is the real MPD? Most
popular
driver. Chase Elliott.
I'm reading your notes for you.
What the heck's MPD?
Do we believe Chase Elliott is actually the most popular driver?
100% no.
Yes,
There's
thank you. I'm with you.
There's not a chance.
There's no way.
Okay, so who do you guys think it is? Who do you guys think
if you go to a race,
it's got to be
not
Blaney.
9 gear. No,
Blaney's got to be.
I think it's gonna be Larson or Blaney.
Larson or Blaney.
There's so much
1,000%. 1,000%.
Well, the thing is, Larson tapped in once he tapped into that dirt market the way he has.
Yeah.
Like he has all these dirt fans that probably weren't going to go to the racetrack to watch NASCAR,
and are probably not.
And now they are. Yeah, they're going to go watch him race at dirt, and then they're going to go watch him at the track.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moms that are watching the race, so that's going to help Blaney.
Yeah,
they have nothing else to do but sit there and get on their phones. Come on,
I'd have to say there's a lot of popular drivers, and NASCAR's getting their own like superstars again. I would say Reddick's going to be up there because of the drive he had.
I mean,
I feel like the race fans will like him. I don't think he transcends that superstar.
You know, another one that I think
he's on Michael Jordan's arm every day. He's
Michael Jordan. He's with he's got the Jordan
Bubba
cars.
Feels about that?
Oof. I think
you heard what Michael said, right? Oh my gosh, Tyler Reddick is going to be the one to bring the Jordan brand to NASCAR.
That's
like, oh, y'all forgot about Bubba already?
Oof.
Oh. I will say this.
Yeah, but Reddick's winning.
I think Bubba
you're not wrong.
probably,
like,
someone say he hung him out to dry.
Not 23-11.
Whoa.
Wow. Hey, close that garage door. Let it
go. Wow.
No, I think Bubba might be higher on that list though, because even I think from a
he gets the black vote.
Well, okay, maybe, but like
I think I'm not in a bad way. I mean, that's just.
I mean, Kyle Larson gets minority, so why not? So no, I think it's Bubba might have a little bit there because how many people out there know Bubba Wallace that don't necessarily know NASCAR?
Oh, I like a car washing.
Trying to make a serious point.
There are like 8 billion Asian people in the world.
It was actually a valid point. I understand what you're getting. That was good. Yeah. No, I think Kyle Larson's the guy, man. I really do. I think Kyle Larson's the most popular driver in NASCAR right now.
I think he definitely is the most popular driver, but I would say
Blaney's number 2.
Tyler Reddick, Blaney. I would definitely throw Blaney up there. He's got fire schemes. He wins races. He's always in the Final Four. Like he's got to be up there, you know. And it's just how people react and just who you see. You're still laughing. And who you see when you're there.
It just popped in my head
again. I don't see
again.
a lot of Chase Elliott gear anymore. It's like Kyle Busch. I rarely see Kyle Busch gear as much.
No.
Like I don't know where all the M&M's 18 merch went, but it's all been destroyed.
eBay, probably.
Nobody wears it. I still wear Miller High Life #2 Brad stuff. Like
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh, it's a fire scheme.
He wears a Keystone.
Oh,
I have the Keystone. I hate it. I don't wear that either.
Disgusting.
Now, if I had the Miller Lite one, I'd probably.
No, I still have the
But here's the thing.
Here's my question. Here's why I'm laughing. Why hasn't Panda Express sponsored college?
Oh,
just New York Chinese.
Lulu.
Oh, you want fried rice with that? You want fried rice?
Oh, you want some?
We're so done.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I've been canceled in Pennsylvania and Florida now.
The 5 car sponsored by the China Walk.
48 states.
The Great Wall. Oh my God.
David's getting the whole East Coast covered with cancellations here. It's good.
What was that park we used to have here? Splendid China.
What if Trump sponsors the 5 car and makes it tariffs?
Listen, if Trump's sponsoring anybody, it's going to be one of the RCR cars.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh. RCR and Trump, man, them together.
We should get somebody to Photoshop a Kyle Larson Panda Express car.
Hello.
That's a Dale call.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little effed up right now because this whole damn time I thought I was playing with my headphone cord, and I was like, "It's going under the car, but it's not coming out."
That's where we get the.
So what happens when we gave David something to play with?
It goes into the. Hello, is
it's the question of the week call.
Hey. Welcome to my life every week, gentlemen.
You're right, yeah.
Keep things away from
Alex,
me.
at this point, we just need
my
you to come
youngest
down here
son
to help.
pretends to call drivers. He punches
Next
their number.
time. I'll be down next time.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. What a derail. What is our topic?
Yeah, I no idea.
Popular drivers.
Chase Elliott didn't get it. We all know who probably should have.
Yep.
Ross Chastain. Moving on.
Okay,
LOL.
reviewing our picks. Nobody picked the 22.
No, not even a little bit.
No.
DJ picked the 11, the 5, the 20, the 12. Jake picked the 11, the 5, the 24, the 1. This is going to be quick. Matt picked the 12, the 5, the 45, the 20. Jake made fun of the Reddick pick.
Yeah, you bully. That's all he does. Just bullies me.
Mitch picked the same.
Is this from the off season?
This is from
the Olympic break.
This
This
is
is the Olympic
Collect
break.
notes, Jake. This is something new to you. Documentation.
David picked the 6, the 5, the 20, the 48, and I picked Bell as the champion. That didn't work out.
Yeah.
Should have been.
Should have been. Yeah, I agree.
Should have been. And then Alex picked the 12, the 11, the 5, and the 45. So nobody was right.
Jake, I just want to make sure you know that all 4 of your picks did not make it. You were 0 for 4 on your
No, he had the
picks.
24, didn't he? I think he had the 24.
Did the 24 make it?
I had the 5.
Yeah,
Oh, no, he didn't
24.
make it.
Well, the 24 shouldn't have made it, but he did make
He
it.
shouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
Bullcrap. The
He
5
freaking
should have
cheated.
Like,
Yeah, the 20 should have
he
been
should have
in.
got a provisional.
My pick should have been the championship 4. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, actually, I missed one. The 48.
See, that's the problem. I've had so many people talk to me about they're like, oh, we got to change this format. The people who win the regular season should get in and should go straight to the Final Four. And I'm like, no.
Matt honestly had the best idea for the championship, how to do the playoffs.
Write that down.
Hey, that's
Facts. No, you. I've been thinking about it, and then you came to me with that, and I'm like, no, this is it.
It's pretty simple.
It's simple. It's everything is the same. It's just when you get to the playoffs, you don't win and advance to the next round.
Yeah.
You still get eliminated. Bottom
You still
4.
win. You still get bonus points.
But
You
you
still
just
get all
don't
the
get
stuff.
locked in.
Yeah. You just don't.
So you can't
if you're
sandbag for 2
16th,
weeks.
you don't auto lock to the next round.
I like it.
It's
I was
that
like,
easy.
you fix it right there. It's way more legitimate.
I'll tell you what, I have an idea too. If you guys are
you
interested,
can still earn the bonus points, all that.
What you got?
So here's my idea for the playoffs. It's perfect. Make it 12 cars instead of 16 because you don't need freaking 16 cars in the playoffs. That's ridiculous.
I think that's fair as well.
Make it 12 and then move everything down, and then what is now the round of 8 and the Phoenix race just becomes the round of 4. So you move everything down 1, and then the actual championship is decided with 4 races. Boom.
The only thing
4 races.
Yeah, because it would be the basically what's now the round of 8, and then the championship race would be the actual championship decided.
The only problem is what happens after the first 3, and then that's we already know who wins.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be though. You see how tight the points are right now? Like Larson missed advancing by 1 point. Like I don't think you need to fake it anymore.
That's a good point.
I think when you start that final round, maybe it's 3 races. So that way the last race can still be a little, because in 4 races, maybe you could run away a little bit. So maybe it's 3. Sure. Then you for sure have a points reset, so everybody's on equal ground.
Yeah. I don't like the points reset on the other rounds. I'd rather only reset the points for the Final Four. You're playing footsie with me.
Dude, you're touching me.
I might be moving.
I just needed a stretch.
Damn, you wearing shoes. Touch me with his damn toes.
Oh,
that's why I said this far away.
Socks. Normally he's not.
Hey, honestly, Jeff and Jake play footsies all the time. I'm like, I don't know what's going on down there.
It's in the corner. It's in the weird spot. Only one of us. Only one of us stretch out at a time.
I'm glad to see I'm on the heterosexual side of the podcast here.
So the good news is
you wouldn't know with all the 12s.
So Alex, get this, Alex. So Alex, I take 2 flights, have a 6-hour layover, and then drive an hour and a half to get here. And this jack can't even make up a freaking template with my name on it.
We said, listen, you're
really low in the totem pole.
I didn't know you were here until I got here.
Jake told nobody. So I looked at me like, who's that guy?
My first thought
for like a solid 10 seconds.
I have no clue.
I didn't have a chance to actually say it because I pulled up and saw a car out there. And I'm like, whose car is that? I'm like, okay. I'm like, maybe originally I was thinking, well, maybe Jeff was borrowing like family car or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeff changes cars faster.
It's happened a lot. Sorry, Jeff, but it has happened a lot recently. And so I was like, I don't know. And then I go in, someone's upstairs talking with Lindsay, and it was your wife. And I'm just like, we'll talk with Lindsay and Megan. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like that happens all the time here.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, and then I come down and Dave's just like, yo, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, cool.
DJ, you came down in a rush, but I thought you were going to fall down the stairs.
This man started running tires yesterday at 6 a.m. and didn't stop running until he sat down in that chair.
And I still had to keep running. The worst
part about Alex, just like us, where we were all sitting here drinking. and then DJ shows up and there's nothing set up. He has to set everything up.
It's his computer. And you want to know what's even crazier? This isn't the computer we've been using for the last 2 years. I just got this running to run this enough.
Oh, we're doing pretty good
since we sat down.
So first,
don't do that to me. Don't listen to me. I'm already stressed out enough. Don't do it.
Don't worry. This side is powered by Apple, so it's good to go.
That's probably all right. Okay. It only costs like 3 times as much.
News rumors coming up here as we wind down the episode. Fourth manufacturer coming. Probably not.
It's Kia.
Yes. No, I think Tesla.
Oh God. Maybe honestly, I'm not even going to put it on the window.
I put as much faith
the way Elon is running rampant in the Republican Party. I do think that if he joins NASCAR, they'll accept him.
They might. He moved
to Texas. What happens if he buys NASCAR? He could fix it.
That would be insane. Could he buy NASCAR? Does he have that much money?
He has more than
he's
more money.
He's got that money. He's got
buy $100 billion.
He bought Twitter just cause.
Damn. All right.
No, he cannot. He can't buy it. He's gonna make it all electric or rocket ships. I don't know. Might be better.
He burns rocket fuel for a living.
You know what? There's a lot of aeronautical people that work in NASCAR for aerodynamics. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm telling you, might actually he's into electric cars, but he's also into fuel. He said himself, we couldn't sustain electric cars.
Yeah,
it's true.
He just likes it, and he makes billions of dollars off of it.
Yeah.
Elon is like the common sense of the green energy EV market. Like I think that's why I like him so much.
I'm cool with him buying Goodyear. Try to fix the tire.
I'm just good with him
fixing everything.
I'll make like a moon tire that doesn't wear at all.
When they announced that he was going to he's going to start join the government and start saving us money. $2.6 trillion. He said he's going to cut in the first year out of our budget. $2.6 trillion.
Let's go. My man.
How much money
Come on, let's go.
I don't.
If you spend $1 every day of every hour, you would not spend $1 trillion.
No.
Wow.
Our government is that out of control.
Think about that. That's a wow statement.
Like that's crazy.
I haven't thought about it like that. That's wow.
$1 every hour. I'm gonna do the math on that.
Oh God, here we go.
$1 every hour.
How old would you have to be? Will your calculator even go to $1 trillion on your phone?
I have Apple.
You have to turn it sideways.
It's an Apple phone. You should love it.
He's got the right logo on the back.
I'm serious. That's a lot of zeros.
Oh yeah. That's true.
I'm not doing the math anymore.
Jake has had a drink, and we want him to do math. Not a good idea.
No, but okay. Alex, did you talk about the fourth? Did we talk about that?
So I did hear that whatever momentum they had. I mean, we don't really know. I think it sounded like Honda was like the main one. It sounds like it's gone.
Yeah, they're going to stick with lawnmowers.
Yeah.
NASCAR criticizes 23 XI and FRM for their urgency. Alex makes notes, and then I have to read them and try and figure out what the hell he's talking about.
That's what
we do. The same thing. I make the notes.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I may have been sitting on the toilet when I made these notes. So
it's a good note, but you're like,
he's a roofer. Give him a break.
I'm at the point where autocorrect cannot help.
Hey, brother, I'll break that with you.
We'll be reading with like Harry Button wins Daytona night race.
Daytona would be two separate words.
Harry Button Daytona might race.
We're also trying to usually hurry, so that doesn't help either.
Tony's full time to meet the female quota.
Tony Brenninger.
Yeah, she's going for the 5 truck.
5 truck.
Who was in that? Fast Pasta? Right?
No, wasn't that Dean Thompson? I think pretty sure Dean Thompson.
Dean Thompson.
Oh yeah.
Dean Thompson.
Actually, time out. Let's move back a step because you said that Fast Pasta was very impressive this year.
Yeah,
and 100%. And he lost his ride to Chris freaking Wright. Drives me nuts.
He went from soggy pasta in the cup car.
What it sounds like he ran out of that money.
Yeah, Dude Wipes drop him?
I don't know. They dropped him. I just don't think maybe the other sponsorship.
I thought
he just didn't have the money to
when he was in cup. when he was in Cup and he was on dude wipes, I was like, that's funny because it's like all he does is leave a mess behind. They got to use dude wipes to clean it up.
Soggy Pasta cleaned it up, man. He really did. He did a good job this year.
Yeah. Was it Ryan Blaney that had the wreck one time and it destroyed his car and he had Dent Wizard on the side of the car?
I think he won the race. Did he win the race?
He won the race with a dent on a giant. Or no, it was Bear Bond, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was Bear Bond all over the car.
He finished second in Atlanta with the whole left side taped together on the Dent Wizard car. It was pretty cool.
Maybe that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. Here, I got a thing. There you go.
He's got it.
Oh, okay.
You got to hit it with a hammer to make it accurate.
Drop it.
Do it.
Oh, I didn't know this. This is new info. Gabehart and Hamlin are not together in 25.
Yeah.
I had a divorce.
And it was
Dumbest
not Denny
move
Hamlin's
ever.
decision. That's bad.
Yeah, that's
He's going over to race director, not director.
Yeah,
sorry,
competition
director.
Yeah, that
some
one.
sort of competition director role.
basically
Chad
Chad Knaus.
Knaus for Toyota.
Yeah.
Who's he
a lot less
getting though?
championships.
It was the car chief, I think, for the team.
I don't know.
See,
his
this is where I think Gibbs is giving up on Denny Hamlin. We
Yeah.
saw this move with Hendrick,
Yeah.
right? There was the final, like, you know what? Jimmy's not winning. He's not doing championships. Let's get Chad Knaus with the new people.
Yeah.
You know,
Get that brain out there.
and just let Denny Hamlin, finish it up for the next couple of years.
Yeah. One thing that's very exciting is Jeremy Bullins is coming to the 6 car.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Holla.
Him and Brad
Let's
have
go.
a lot of chemistry. I think it's going to prove. Call me out now. I'm going to say 3 wins next year.
3.
Ooh,
I just
come
want
on now.
500.
Let's go.
That's
Let's
good.
go.
You trade 3 for a 500.
I'll trade 3 for a
I'd
500.
trade 3 for a 500 too.
Oh, they-
I think Matt would trade like a lot for a
That would-
500.
I would love to
if
go
we
and
win
see
the
him win it.
500, I will have the for the rest of the year.
Do I have to censor
a
that?
lot.
I don't know how that works.
That's a lot of blue chew.
Yeah.
It's a lot of blue chew.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
You give me on some deep Reddit thread of like how to do it without Blue Chew. Root for Brad for 15 years. Be there to watch him win the 500. Problem solved.
Listen, I was there when he won Talladega in 2021. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was really cool to see. It's just a horrible scheme. I just don't want the diecast.
Don't want the
the
diecast.
Money Lion one.
Oh,
yeah, it was horrible.
Was
It was an ugly car.
No, it was
so
teal.
ugly.
You're right.
It was so bad,
horrible.
dude.
I do hope Brad wins the 500.
He's got to do
so
it.
bad.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Another person I want to win the 500, Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
I want Kyle Busch.
Yeah,
to
Kyle
win the
Busch
500.
deserves to win.
That way everybody can say he's like Dale Earnhardt for sure now.
Oh gosh, here we go. There's Alex. We got another clip for you. For someone.
He's a whole lot better than his teammate. I'll give him that. That's for sure.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Be careful. He
Well,
has
one
a
got it
500
last year, one
champion.
didn't.
So, wrecked
so
Eric
we-
Almirola to get it. I'm saying
He has a
Austin
Daytona
Dillon sucks.
500 championship. Put some respect on it.
So moving on,
He also
Riley
ranked more
Herbst
people than
is
Kyle Busch
moving
is
to the
this
35. Gillen to the 34, and RFK picked up Ryan Preece to run the 60 full time with Kroger as a sponsor. Thank you, Kroger.
I think these are all really great moves.
Rumors were for Ware and LaJoy to be in the 51 and 25.
I think the 51's losing its right.
I think it is too.
The 51 is gone.
The
51's
51's
gone.
not going to be there.
No, the 51 charter is going to RFK.
Go to RFK.
It has to.
Yep.
Unless they get an option to purchase
They're
one of
not.
them.
It sounds like the deal's already done.
It's already done? Okay.
Yeah. They're going to go down to one car with.
Alex sometimes make notes and make me look stupid.
No, it's
He's
sorry.
gay
I
like that.
had the
You don't-
one
you
car
don't- you don't
number,
need his
but
help.
it's yes. Rick Ware is retaining a car though. It's the 15, not the 51.
Yes.
I think it's the 15, yeah.
Yeah.
15.
That's going to be Justin
Which
Haley,
is
right?
weird.
I heard Justin Haley
Why would
may
you
leave.
retain I don't want to say the worst,
Well,
but
the
the
51
lesser of the two charts?
The 51
Wasn't
is
the
worth the
51 better
most,
this
right?
year?
That's probably why they sold that one.
So why would they give?
Because they could probably run it for more money.
Yeah,
Because the payout's going to be more to RFK.
because it's worth
Okay.
more.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if you know, maybe it depends how the deal is. What if you get the payout for the charter and RFK just gets the opportunity to run the third car? And then, by running that one with an RFK car, you're going to make that thing more valuable. So when you get it back, you get a return on investment.
That's
You
true.
see?
So maybe that
You
actually
see?
makes more sense.
Makes sense to me.
Jokes on
He didn't
them.
drink.
Ryan Preece is in the
Chris
car. It ain't going up.
Do we have an over/under counter for flips this year for Ryan Preece? I'm gonna
2.
be
Let's start at 2.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. I
hold
like
on.
that.
Flips or rotations?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
Flips
it's just
per
gonna
race?
go straight flips.
Are we talking
that car's gonna go
incidents? Because
upside down.
Daytona was 7. So like
That's 7. That's over.
That's over.
One flip, you're done. One.
That's
right.
gambling all day. Over. I'm going over 2.5. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, there's 4 super speedways.
Brad Keselowski's in the Chris Stapleton video.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
No. Stapleton 42. Do you guys follow him? He does like all the NASCAR history stuff. He's really cool actually. But he did a hometown tour
Yes.
with Brad Keselowski. If you haven't seen it, you gotta see it. It's awesome. I'm only halfway through it, but
your notes are half. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, I did these on the bathroom before we started. All right,
this is my excuse. Brad Keselowski in his music video.
Have you guys seen the RFK tour shop video?
No.
No, the RFK shop tour video.
Cool.
I know they're like adding stuff.
Is that the one where they're putting the 3 cars in?
Is that the one where they're like, "Yo, it's lit"?
No. He goes through all the different equipment and stuff they use and how they break stuff down. It's like 20 minutes. It's sick.
Is it sick?
It's the most in depth for a modern day shop video we've seen in years.
Honestly, my favorite one was the video where they're all like, "Yeah, man, it's lit, fam," and they're like,
"Dude, that's hilarious."
Wasn't that Kevin Harvick on the Fox broadcast? I think that was Harvick.
Yeah. RFK is a social media guy. Their social media guy and their graphic designer.
Yes.
Yeah. Their cars are the best cars every week.
But no, their social media is goated.
Oh, they're
the best.
They own people. Like, dude, it's
no, and I love when they get wrecked and they trash talk the other team.
Oh yeah, that's like
the best.
Oh man, they said a lot of nice things about Carson Hocevar this year.
Oh, it was good, especially after the Roval.
Brad was just wrecked the second time this race. The Roval was rough.
I gotta leave
for to Charlotte and shot him myself. Actually,
I gotta leave for a minute. Entertain yourselves for a minute. I'll be right back.
Well, I mean, Alex, before you go, how much more do we have?
I don't know. What do you?
I don't think so. I think
I'm at the end of my list, and
okay.
Maybe that's it then. All right.
He leaves.
Nature is calling. That's all I'm saying. Nature's calling, and I got to answer that call in like the next 2 minutes. That's all.
Guys. All right. So, anyway, thanks for having me tonight, guys.
Our pleasure.
Awesome.
Thank you for welcoming me into your hallowed home.
No, this is an undisclosed location.
Yes.
This is a studio.
Hey, listen, Alex, you don't understand, brother. He lives in a gated home.
Wow.
Yeah, it is kind of a gated community.
It is. It is a gated community.
Gated community with 4 residents.
I was sitting outside in the gate, and I was like, I don't even give me a pin. What kind of asshole? You choose address with a gate and doesn't send you the PIN number to get in.
Wouldn't matter.
The one that disconnects the keypad, so I got to know when everybody wants to come in.
He said, "I don't like people coming in."
Very private.
Yeah, he's got an F-250 sitting out there. I'm just waiting for him to mount the 50 cal on top of it. That's an idea, isn't it?
I was thinking about buying a Humvee and doing that, but why would you? Would you have the truck?
You already got that sexy truck. The only thing that make that truck any sexier, 50 cal.
I'm going to Home Depot to buy a wheel now.
Yeah, let's make it happen
there.
Yeah. So Alex,
sorry.
Enjoy yourself. I will see you. I will be down here for another week and a half. So you guys have to drive to Orlando.
Yeah. So hopefully we can do like an all in person at some point next year, right? Like I think that's our game plan is to hopefully get to a race together.
As long as you guys don't. I mean, you guys just got to go to the 500.
I don't know if I can do that.
Going to the 500 for me is my wife told me if I go to the 500, I got to take her to Disney for a week.
So we're fine. You just leave her there and go racing with us every night.
Universal?
Dude, we're talking. It's a lot cheaper.
And there's Minions.
So here's the thing.
Just leave them there.
Oh, that's $15,000.
I didn't make that connection, Matt. The Minions have been on Brad's car. It's basically like a match made in heaven.
If you have too many drinks, you can just stay with us in the RV. Go see them in the morning. Then come right back because, we got cup practice at 3.
Oh, if I'm going, I'm staying there.
Yeah.
I'll pitch a tent and you
should 100%
pitch
a tent.
This episode brought to you by Blue Chew.
If you haven't known already.
You should, man. Come on.
I got the points. I could fly to Daytona for free. The whole family does.
All right. Let me see if I can get it approved. All right. Let me see if I can get it because it would be fun. It would be really fun.
Yeah. Especially
we'll do it right now, actually. We'll wait.
Especially if y'all do the camping because the weather's nice. You could definitely 100% pull off 10 camping.
I'll rent a camper. That's what I'm doing when we get I'm going to Charlotte for the
all right.
600.
I could be there in like 13 hours. I'll see you guys in just a few. All right.
Perfect. Might be a few days early.
All right.
Hey, have a good one. We'll see you. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Absolutely.
Kwanzaa.
What did Chase say? Happy Christmas. Merry off season.
Merry off season.
There you go.
We're going to have, I don't know about you guys, but we're definitely going to have some content in the next couple months, sporadically through nothing continuous. We may be going to the ARCA test for some content stuff. So
Rolex.
We'll be there for the testing for the Rolex for sure. And we'll let you know what else we do.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we're hopefully doing something, but we'll post. We'll post on the socials. So
sweet.
We are out.
We'll see you.
Have a good one. See you, buddy.
See ya.
Yay.
All right. I got to go pee.
Go pee yourself.
Just use the bottle, the Corona bottle.
Bye, guys. It's been fun.
Hold it.